AJA Video Systems, proud supporter of Just Seen It, offers a wide range of professional acquisition and post-production solutions. Learn more at aja.com/PTV.
So one of the first things I noticed about this film was the fact that there are Russian villains, just something we haven't really seen in American espionage films in a while. Were you worried about that at all, or did you just think it would be a fun thing to do?
The old enmity between Russia and America, as embodied in Cold War stories like the Jack Ryan novels, was part of the sort of classical DNA that we thought that we could reimagine, given the figure of the oligarch in contemporary Russia, such an interesting, shadowy character. They're close to government and yet not part of government. They're phenomenally wealthy. And yet the kind of the time between, you know, the collapse of the Soviet Union and now is so brief in historical terms. The shift in the fortunes relative, as perceived by some anyway, of America and Russia, change the stakes, but make that history something that I began to learn Russians are very keen on remembering and responding to. This possible conflict between old empire, new empire, old man, young man, east-west, was something we felt was sort of true to the classical lineage of the Clancy stories and could be reimagined in the 21st century in a way that could be original again.
There's definitely a balance between old school car chases and fistfights and sort of new economic espionage.
Yeah.
How did you go about achieving such a perfect balance?
Well, we definitely tried to find a credible scenario where the threat, in this case to America, is something that people have enough knowledge of, in as much as they're aware of the interconnectedness of and fragility of international markets, but not entirely certain of the actual mechanics of it, but knowing that some people, like a brilliant analyst, Jack Ryan, are aware of. That makes the idea of the CIA recruiting people to be involved in financial intelligence as the front line of a protection against terrorism. All of that seems credible. But at the same time, we wanted to kind of invite people to go on the journey of experiencing the film in a quite hands-on fashion, which meant putting real Chris Pine in a real car in a real city, really at night, really driving the car, and feeling this sort of personal danger rather than it being too slick, too full of superhuman moves. So you felt the enormity of the risk and indeed the fragility of a single man at the center of it, you know, with his own body, a body which has been beaten up early in the film, where he's taken a life that has really thrown him by way of its kind of cost to his own, you know, well-being and peace of mind. It's not casual. Those things felt that you joined a human dimension which would hook the audience with a believable new world problem.
Yeah, the earlier Jack Ryan films, he's always seemed to be sort of infallible, so it's nice to see him being vulnerable at times.
Yeah,
here.
we wanted to have that. And Chris Pine, I think, is very good at playing that, but still playing a man who's thinking on his feet. He had the intelligence and a sort of humor and the warmth, accessibility, I think, that was really a very compelling quality.
So what's next for you?
I just directed Cinderella for Disney, and we just wrapped that, and that'll come out at the beginning of next year.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Meeting you.
Thank you.